Discipline isn't about punishment, it's about freedom. Most men live as slaves to their impulses. Today, we build the foundation that sets you free. Welcome back to the Reclaim series. In our first two videos, we recognized the invisible prison holding you back, and you rejected the comfort, excuses and toxic bullshit that kept you weak. You've torn down the structures of your weaker self. But here's the thing. Destruction is only the half of the equation. A vacant lot isn't a building. Burnt bridges aren't the pathway forward. Today, we move from tearing shit down to building something powerful in its place. We're going to build the foundation of unshakable discipline, the bedrock your new identity will stand on. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, starting from the moment your eyes open in the morning. Look, the battle for your day is won or lost in that first hour after you wake up. How you start sets the tone for everything. Your momentum, your mindset, your power. But what do most guys do? They wake up and immediately hand their power over to anyone else. Grab the phone, check notifications, let the world tell them what's important before they've even taken a piss. They are reacting instead of acting. They're following instead of leading. The morning ritual isn't about being some perfect robot. It's about creating a non-negotiable foundation that actually sets you up to win. And here's how. First, and most important, wake up without snooze. Your phone stays across the room, in the kitchen, the bathroom, hell, I don't care where, just not by your bed. You have to set the intention the night before. When that alarm goes off, my feet hit the floor. No negotiation and no just 5 more minutes bullshit. The second is hydration and breath work. A glass of water with a pinch of sea salt. Your body's been fasting for 8 hours, so hydrate it. Then do some breath work to calm your mind and your nervous system. A few minutes of box breathing. 4 in, 4 hold, 4 out, 4 hold. Or maybe the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Breathe in for 4, hold for 7 and out for 8. This shit actually works to calm your nervous system so you can start your day with a clear mind. Then it's time for some physical activation. 10 minutes, 15 tops. Some bodyweight stuff to wake your body up. Push-ups, burpees, whatever. You're not only getting your heart rate up, but also a little pump to start your day feeling strong and fit. Then a cold shower or an ice bath, or maybe swim near your place. And yeah, it sucks, but that's the point. It's about building mental toughness. And last, mind preparation. Again, 10 to 15 minutes. Write down 3 things you're grateful for and why. It sounds cheesy, I know, but don't neglect this before you ever tried it. Then list your 3 priorities for the day with 1 daily highlight. And lastly, take 5 minutes of quiet time. You can do your meditation, you can do your affirmations, whatever you want, but take 5 minutes for yourself before you leave the door. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. The first week feels like absolute shit. Your body fights you, your mind throws tantrum like a toddler, but around day 10, something clicks. Your body starts waking up before the alarm. Your brain actually craves this clarity time. By day 30, this isn't just a routine anymore. It's who you are. You literally rewired your brain to start each day from strength and not from weakness. Your body and mind aren't separate things. They're one system. When your body's weak, your confidence follows. When your body's disciplined, your whole life changes. The physical stuff I'm about to share isn't about becoming some Instagram fitness model. It's about building an unshakable mind-body connection that spills over into everything else. You know what actually works? The first is lift heavy shit, 3 to 4 times per week. Squats, deadlifts, push-ups, pull-ups, the basics that work. Build real strength that actually carries over to life, and always try to get better. More weight, more reps, better form. Then second, you have to get your heart rate up. Walk 10,000 steps minimum. It's not hard, just consistent. Or do some sprints or some high intensity stuff 2 to 3 times a week. This builds mental toughness and helps you handle stress. And last but not least, don't ignore your recovery. If you train a lot or are a bit older, and you know when I talk about you, stretch for 10 minutes a few days per week. Your future back will thank you, believe me. Then eat healthy, drink enough water, and stay away as much as possible from alcohol, drugs, and sugars. I don't say fully stop with it, just try to minimize the usage over time. And most importantly, sleep enough, 7 to 8 hours. And I know, it's a crazy concept, but sleep is the most important thing for your body and mind. Nobody understands how it exactly works, but if it wasn't necessary, evolution would have get rid of it a long time ago. Here's what most guys miss. It's not really about how you look, though that will improve. It's about the mental shift. Every rep you finish builds trust with yourself. Every workout you complete when you feel like crap strengthens your discipline muscle. When you start keeping promises to your body, keeping promises in other areas becomes automatic. Your confidence goes up. Your energy skyrockets. You handle stress like a boss. You literally change your brain chemistry through movement. You know the biggest mistake guys make? They try to change everything at once. Monday morning they're going to work out for 2 hours, read for an hour, meditate for 30 minutes and completely transform their life by Friday. But by next Monday, they're back to old habits. But now with extra guilt and extra shame. Real discipline, it's built through micro-commitments. Tiny promises you make to yourself that are almost impossible to break. But how to actually make it stick? First, you have to make it stupidly small. Not the I'll hit the gym for an hour every day, but start with I'll do 5 push-ups. Or maybe if you go to the gym already, I get back on track with my fitness twice a week. Also, not I'll read for an hour, but I'll read 1 damn page. Not I'll meditate for 20 minutes, but I'll sit quietly in silence for 2 minutes. Second is chain it to something you already do. After I brush my teeth, I'll do my push-ups. After I pour my coffee, I'll read 1 page. After I press that alarm button, I'll make my bed. And then the third is track it and celebrate the small wins. Mark it on a calendar. It's simple as that. Actually acknowledge when you do it and let the momentum build naturally. The genius of micro-commitments, your brain doesn't fight against 1 push-up. But once you're down there doing 1, you usually do more. Even if you don't, you kept your word to yourself. Each tiny promise you keep builds that what I call self-trust capital. Every small commitment kept makes you more likely to keep the bigger ones. You become someone who actually does what they'll say they do. You walk the talk. Discipline shouldn't be a constant wrestling match with your willpower. That's exhausting and it doesn't last. Instead, you need to create automatic triggers. Cues that make doing the right thing the easiest thing. How to set your environment up to win. First, you have to design for success and not for failure. Gym clothes laid out the night before, healthy food prepped and inside, phone charger across the room from your bed, books where you actually see them. Also, remember the 2-minute rule. If it takes less than 2 minutes, come on bro, just do it right now. Stop small stuff from cluttering in your brain, and it builds an instant action habit. Believe me, this one thing only can make your life twice as easy. And lastly, the if-then planning. Don't say I'll work out. Say after I finish my coffee, I'll put on my gym clothes and step on my bike. Specific plans remove the mental back and forth. Also, you have to keep in mind 2 mental shortcuts. The first is the 5 to 1 method. Know you should do something, count down from 5 to 1 and move. It cuts through the hesitation that kills most good intentions. And the second is ask the right question to yourself. When you have to decide, ask, what would the disciplined version of me do right now? Your future self guides your current choices. Listen, discipline isn't about white-knuckling through a resistance forever. It's about setting up systems where doing the right thing becomes the easy thing. You're not just building habits, you're building your character. So today, we've laid the foundation of that unshakable discipline. A morning ritual that sets you up to win the day, physical practices that build mental toughness, micro commitments that actually stick, and automatic triggers that make discipline effortless. And brother, this isn't theory or motivation bullshit. This is the real architecture of transformation. Each piece supports the other, creating a foundation that can handle anything life throws at you. So here's your challenge for this week. Create your 30-minute morning ritual and do it for at least 7 days straight. Pick one of the 3 physical practices daily and do it for 10 to 15 minutes. Choose 3 micro commitments and stack them to habits you already have, and set up 1 environmental trigger that makes a good habit easier. You build better systems way faster when you have the data. So try to track everything. Share your wins and struggles. And look, you don't have to figure this out alone. That's why I built the Underdog Project community. It's full of guys just like you, building these same foundations. Guys who hold you accountable, support you when it gets tough, and celebrate when you win. You can join the community and get all our templates, 45-minute workout programs designed for busy guys, and accountability groups that make sure you actually follow through. The links is in the description. Remember, discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about building something so solid that nothing can knock it down. In our next video, Reinforce Building Your Brotherhood, we will talk about why no man becomes great alone. I'll show you how to build a network of guys who elevate you and call you on your bullshit when needed. In the meantime, keep building that foundation, and I'll see you in the next one.